Morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's having a fabulous Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Today probably won't be an hour-long video. It'll be a much shorter video. I have to take the dogs to the vets. They got some shots due, things like that. So anyways, if you're in here, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up. I didn't do the pre-video thing. I'm trying to kind of test in the waters here, see what works best for the morning lives. So anyways, a lot to talk about today. We have GameStop is starting to talk about buying Bitcoin. They announced they'll invest in Bitcoin as a treasury reserve asset, leading to a significant rise in the stock price. But I mean, if we really look at the stock price, has it really risen that much? Not really, but we'll see what happens. If you put a trend line across here, could we see a massive GameStop breakout? It is definitely a possibility. You guys remember, or were you around during the GameStop fiasco where Roaring Kitty did a little research, him and his group, and they seen that there were certain giant firms shorting more stocks than there actually were in GameStop. Also AMC, pretty strange. And then when the average people got in and started pumping it and liquidating the shorters that were shorting more stocks than there even were, they go on TV, they're crying about what's going on, but they were literally doing they do that in the markets, right? The big players, the big financial big wigs, they do that stuff all the time, and they don't get in any trouble. But Roaring Kitty called it out, and they tried to sue him for just stating some facts. I don't know. The markets are crazy, guys. Who's really pulling the strings with the markets? I believe it's mostly politicians teaming up with the corporations and the hedge funds and shit. So just be careful out there, guys. Weird shit happens in these markets and will continue to. That's why we trade. That way it doesn't matter which way the market's going. You can make money, right? I will probably be doing some live trades only on the members only videos. Do some, short little day trade trading. I'm not much of a day trader. Don't really care to do it, but adds into kind of teach more in the members. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that in some members videos. As most of you know, I'm a swing trader. I like to be in trades for longer periods of times. I don't like to stare at the charts all day and be in and out, but I will do it for an hour or two to kind of just help people out in the members and show you why I put in trades. Maybe we'll do some breakout trades, things like that. Anyway, now we also have Trump and the tariffs, right? The same crap again, right? He announced, okay, I wanted to make sure everything was working. So he announced, the reciprocal tariffs, right, on April 2nd, that everybody was going to get it no matter what. And then he backed off a little bit. First, they said, he said no breaks. There was going to be no breaks. Everybody was going to get it, reciprocal tariffs. And then he said, there's going to be exceptions. And then just last night, he said again, there's not going to be many exceptions. So just real wonky with the markets, right? That's a form of manipulations in the markets, right? I think the markets are going to do whatever they're going to do, no matter what in the macro. But there can be little blips here and there when people say stupid shit or post stupid shit. So anyway, crazy time to be alive. Panda, where do I become a member? Down below the video. I think if you're on mobile, people were saying you can't see it, so you might have to be on a desktop, but it'll have a join button next to the subscribe button. What's up, Bear? What's up, Harmonic? Donna? Good to see you here this morning. And Bassman. Appreciate you guys showing up in the morning. Pretty awesome. Make sure you guys do smash the likes, though. Subscribe to the channel. Tick that notification bell. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Get that off there. This is what I meant to do. There we go. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Anyways, so that's what's going on in the market. Let's take a look at how long we got till market opens. About 10 minutes. So we'll take a look at some charts. Take a look at the Dow Jones. Remember, this is where I see us getting rejected if we do push higher on the Dow. Does look like the S&P maybe topped out here. We'll see what happens. If it can break through these EMAs, we still have some resistance at the 58, 55. Let's look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ is coming up onto the... What EMA is this? This is the 200 EMA. Let's see if it can break back above that. That should become heavy resistance at 18,474. We'll keep a close eye on that. Bitcoin seems to be pulling back down this morning, but remember, we've been talking about possibly getting a test back up to this 90 to 91,000 range. But remember, we have heavy resistance that we've had on this chart since we broke down over here, right? I made this a long time ago with our targets. We've hit 2 of the targets so far. Right now, this is holding as support at 83.5. We lose that again, I see 77.6. And if we lose that, 69.9 and then 66. I still believe we're going down to these levels, guys. So be careful, be cautious. Trade this shit. You got to worry about holding and it going down. Anyways, yeah. So I made the announcement before I show you where the trade's at. We're going to look at my trades. I have 4 Bitcoin shorts still in shorts. We're going to look at that here in a minute. But before we do, make sure if you guys are interested in trading Prime XBT for until April 24th, or I think, or April 28th. Not sure. I'll be more clear on that next time. But anyways, they're doing 100% bonus deposit bonus. So whatever you put in up to $10,000, they'll match that. And you can use that towards your margin. So check that out. If you're new to trading, they also have a fake trading thing in there where you can start out with $1,000 and see if you can trade it. I always suggest anyone getting into trading, trade with a fake account first, and then move on from there. So also BITUNIX. Both of them have links down below. So if you check out the BITUNIX tutorial video, I'm giving away a $500 prize. All you have to do to enter to win is like the video, comment on the video, and that'll get you in there. So let's take a look at the trade. Drum roll, please. Are we going to be in a loss or are we going to be in profit today? Oh, we're at a $38 loss. So right now, we're getting support on these EMAs, so it's going to be kind of wonky. Obviously, we're waiting on the markets to open, see what happens with the markets, and Bitcoin will most likely follow, right? So let's take a look at the 15-minute chart. So this is what I'm looking at in the 15-minute chart. This is what I was talking about possibly doing breakout trades on the members live, like, you know, start trading little stuff like this. This is the 15-minute chart, guys. And we could obviously go down to the 5-minute chart, whatever, but let's put in these targets and put one down here. So if this was to break down here, there's few different levels I would be looking to take profit if I was shorting this on a day trade, right? Totally different than, let's clone this one, bring it down right here. So here's your targets, right? Let's put these all up here. So breakout to the upside. That would have to break this top trend line, and that's going to be approximately 88.5-ish, depending on if, when, and where it gets there. That would get you up to that 91.5. And if we break this low here, about 87.430. Welcome, Panda. You found it. Welcome. So we break that 87.4-ish range right in here. We break that. Might want to wait for a retest of resistance before coming down, but my 2 targets there would be 85.7 and 84.3. Well, obviously we'll see what happens. Had to go to the PC. Right on. Yeah, I think I'll be doing a members live tonight, usually in the evening, 7 or 8 o'clock. So just make sure your notification bells are ticked, and it will notify you when I post or when I do a video, right? So anyways, so this might break right at market open. what are the markets doing right now? They are pumping. Nasdaq's coming down a little bit, but Dow and S&P. But remember, 10 o'clock reversal. Always remember that possibility. But let's keep an eye on this 15-minute chart right now. Let's see what's going on. All right, into the chat. Okay, we have 67 people, only 27 likes. Come on, guys, smash the thumbs up. That is an easy way to help support a channel. Any channel, anybody you watch on YouTube, I suggest if you like the content, make sure you smash that thumbs up for them. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps the channel out. Down in the bottom on the left-hand side, you'll see a little thumb. Hit the thumb. Not necessarily the likes. I don't know what's up with the likes or if they even really do anything, or the little hearts. But do whatever. Do them both just to make sure. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. Ooh. Bear and the Boss Lady in the chat. Check out his channel if you haven't. And it seems like it says excellent connection, but yet again, it's lagging. What the hell? What's up, Doom? I might have to let this thing use its own settings when I open a live. But are we going to break this trend line right now? That's what I'm curious to see. Actually, we can move this up just a hair. So that if it breaks over here, it will lower that target just a bit. But again, we'll see what happens here. Could easily turn around if it doesn't tap this trend line. See, we got the 200 EMA on the 15-minute, guys. This is a 15-minute, so don't get all crazy if it bounces and goes up. But 200 EMA lies right at this trend line. 2 minutes to close on this one. Look at the RSI. Is that giving us any clues? So the RSI, if it closes down here, this shows that a bounce could be coming, right? We'll see where it closes. It hasn't closed yet. And I don't know why my stupid. There, I had it on keep drawing. That's why. Okay, now we're good. What's up, M? Weekly 84.2 on Bitcoin. That gets it right about here. We'll see what happens. It does look like it's dropping, but again, guys, if this isn't broken now, so if I was day trading this, right, I would be looking to get in a short if this is broken, or if I really believed it was gonna break, I would just get in the short now and see what happens. But until that breaks, if you're playing a breakout trade, it's got to break. And a lot of people will wait, if it does break, for it to come back up and do a retest before actually entering the short. Now, if we get a bounce up here, same thing. You wait for a break up at the top. Problem with breakout trades is they can be tricky, right? So this one could actually come down, you know, just a little bit, turn around and go back up, which would replace this line. So let's say it gets down to about right here, just 87 or whatever. It would still be alternate touches. You have a touch at the top, touch at the bottom, touch at the top. So we haven't, this bottom isn't etched in stone yet, right? We could actually get another one here, and this could be drawn out a lot further, but we'll be keeping an eye on this during this video anyway. Good morning, Senator Biscuits. How you doing, man? So we got 42 likes. That's good. 74 people in here, 42 likes. That's a little more than half. I'd like to see 3/4 at least. Come on, guys. All right, where are we at here? Ooh, 1 minute till open. You guys want to take a look at the Dow on open? We'll go into the smaller time frames. Let's look at it in the 1 minute and see what happens. The market open. We at here. It's almost ready. Come on, let's see what happens. What do you guys think is going to happen today with the Dow Jones? Another up day, break even, or a down day? We're going to see. There it is. Ooh, look at that jump. Let's see what happens. This is the 1 minute chart, guys. We could actually go down even smaller if we wanted. Want to watch some crazy shit? Let's go to the 10-second. Let the market get its feel first for what it's going to do. Let's go back into Bitcoin real quick. Which chart was that? Or was it? Right here. See what's happening. You can see the markets are going up. Bitcoin's getting a little bounce. We'll see if it continues. I'd really like to see this break before I have to go today. Like I said, I won't be doing, probably won't be a whole hour-long video. We might make it till the 10 o'clock reversal. Possibly. I don't know if we're going to make it that long or not. Anyways, let's see. Only 48 likes. Man. For some people, not. So let me know, guys. Is this video lagging or what's going on? Oh, another thing. The Bitcoin thing. That has been pretty crazy there. So it looks like they caught up with him. It seems to be about some emails he sent a judge or something. I don't know for sure. Not confirmed. No lag. Thanks, Donna. All right, let's go back over to look at GameStop. GameStop getting a little pump. Oh, will it be able to continue though? That's the thing. You might get a pump like this, a big, huge one. So this is going to be a major point of resistance for GameStop. I actually still have some GameStop that I just held on to. I did get into this GameStop fever back then. If you guys were following me, quite a few people in the Discord back then got in and was playing the AMC GameStop deal. I took out quite a bit of profit. I obviously didn't catch the top. That was pretty quick, but I did get out. I don't remember. I'm one of these over here on the other side, but made a pretty decent amount of change, and I left some in there just for shits and giggles, and I'll probably keep them in there forever. Not a whole lot. I think it might be maybe a couple hundred shares. I'd have to look. No lag, no lag, no lag. All right. Much appreciated. Team Black Coffee. Yes, sir. Coordinate. I am smashing a coffee. When this coffee's gone, I think it's time for me to be gone. There's quite a bit left, though. All right. Dow Jones. What are we doing? I'm going to go into the smaller. This could confuse the shit out of people if they get in here and see these candles like that. Here's a 4-hour. All right. So we do have our fibs on here, and the fibs from the very top, right? Go down a little bit to this one. Looking at this as a 1, 2. Oh. All right, see what happens here. So we're going to have some resistance at 42.8, and let's put this on the fib up here, right? 43.3-ish. And that would be retesting this channel. But if you guys have been following this, we got back in the channel over here on the NASDAQ. So very interesting. S&P still having a hard time here. Did get above that 200 MA. Let's see if it holds or just comes crashing down. We could look at this. So if we look at the actual tops, there's no real divergence there. But if we go from this top here, depending on how the candle closes, so this is not confirmed, I'm just showing you that we go from this top here, this top there, that would be hidden bearish divergence. Damn it, I did it again. Hidden bearish divergence. You get higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. But again, it's not confirmed yet. And if you actually go off of the last real high, then you don't have any there. But let's go down into the 4-hour here and see if that's showing us anything. Just kind of showing you guys what I look for. There we go. Yeah, same. See, from this high here, there's no divergence. But if we go off of this bump here, there is divergence. We're getting a higher high on the, oh my God, this stupid. We're getting in the 4-hour, but we did hit these lows here, and you made some make no bearish divergence there, or bullish divergence there. Gonna be a crazy area right here. As you can see, we're getting rejected at the 55 EMA right now in the 4-hour. If it's able to break up past this, your next EMA is going to be going to test that 200 EMA again, and that's at 58.50. Back over to the Dow. All right, let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Look at that. Oh, got to bounce off that bottom. But remember, this bottom trend line can change because we've had our 2 touches at the top, but we could go lower, right? We had our touch here at the top. We could make a lower touch at the bottom here. So this could end up being like a, descending triangle. Kind of have to wait and see, but playing a break off of this is what I would be doing if I was day trading this. I'm not day trading this. I'm swing trading this. And currently our swing trade is negative $200. So we'll see what happens there. As I told you guys, I will be transparent on my trades. I've showed you every trade in the last, month and a half that I've been doing, losses and wins. So far, we're still up over $90,000, actually closer to 100,000 because I pulled out 10,000 out of the account. Started that account about a month ago with $7,000. We got up as high as 115,000. We're still just above 100,000. Like I said, I pulled out 10,000. 57 likes is all. Blah. Come on, guys. For those of you that already hit the likes, I love you bunches. For those of you that haven't, just hit the damn like. So, just curious, are there any YouTubers out there, like economical YouTube? I'm not talking about crypto, nothing like that, like actual economic YouTubers that you guys watch out there. There's a couple I watch. Can't think of the one guy. There's Gregory Manarino. He is like super negative, but he's got a view on the markets. But he's good to listen to. He has a lot of good points, but he is a little wild, right, on his thought process and his belief system of what is happening. He's even more wild than me. So be prepared if you're going to watch that. I can't remember the other guy's name. There's another guy. He always does stuff on houses and things like that. Cannot think of it. Pablo Hemen, never heard of him. But yeah, I haven't not remember. Danny, I think Michael something is his name, and he's always doing stuff on like the housing markets, the debt, traders reality. Is that I'm not talking about crypto. If you guys are talking about crypto stuff, I'm talking about real economic people that really look at what's going on. You know what? I'm gonna look for the other guy's name real quick. I really like his videos. He does videos walking down the street. Meet Kevin. Kevin's a shill. Really don't like Kevin. He's a shill. Let me see real quick. We'll check out altcoins in a second here too, guys, so be patient. Economic Ninja, he's pretty much just a shill of his courses. I started watching him for a while, but he literally just shills and jumps on bandwagons, right? He don't stick to one thing. He's a bandwagon jumper, so just be careful with stuff like that. Yeah, Michael Bardinero, awesome. That I really like his real life look at things, right? He's not real crazy on, one way or one side or the other. He just, he just states facts and he pulls up receipts. I love people that pull up receipts. That's why I pull up receipts on my trades, right? Whether loss or gain. So yeah, that is my main deal. All right, let's take a look at First, we'll take a quick look at the Dow Jones. Still pumping. Is it going to get rejected at the 0.5 fib? 42,845. We'll see here soon. Maybe 10 o'clock reversal. We'll see. We are still looking for... So it's trying to break the 55 EMA. This is S&P. If it does, we could get as high, possibly 58.50. We talked about that earlier. And we are getting rejected still at the 200 EMA here. Our next, we get this off of here. Can we hold support inside this? That's possible. Bitcoin still playing around, same area. Trade is now down 1,000. Remember, guys, we've been in this trade for days. We've seen it way up, way down. Again, that's why I swing trade. I don't have to. So it does look like it got a bounce off the trend line. Didn't quite hit the trend line. It's kind of strange, but see what happens. Do we break this top or bottom? There's a pretty big area still in here, but it could end quickly. As you guys know, I do think we are in an area quite similar to back here in December of 21, already this year in March of 25. We'll see what happens. Solana, same thing, still within that flag, looks like. Looking less and less like a flag, but still looking like a rising channel, and rising channels end up bearish when they're broken to the downside. XRP still battling with that 240 range. What is going on with... My wife must be leaving. My cameras are going off. Sorry, guys. Anyways, Jesus. Curious. Sorry, guys. Shut this off. That is the most irritating thing, man. Anyways, can you check gold, please? Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to look at Cardano real quick. Same thing. Still looking like it's flagging out. If it does break to the upside, it may go. Ethereum still looks like it's flagging out. Now, if these flags break to the upside, they can be pretty powerful as a fake out reversal, whatever. Same thing with Litecoin, even just flagging out, guys. Everything looks like it's flagging out. Tesla's trying to pump again. See what happens there. We do have the 0.382 EMA at 300. Remember, Tesla, if this is a 5-wave move to the downside, we could be seeing as high as 350, 360. But you have these EMAs to go through first. That's your 382, your 0.5, and then you got your 0.618 fib. If it's going to be super high, 786 at 392. But we'll be keeping a close eye on that too. Somebody asked to look at gold. Let's take a look at gold. So gold, as you guys know, our targets were 29.40 and 32.96. Looks like we broke the 29.40. If we can hold that as support, we could see as high as that 32.3, somewhere in that area. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. Silver, our target is 35.43. If that's broken, 39.93. Might as well say 40 bucks. We'll see what happens there. Otherwise, we come down and start testing these lower lows first. What I'm looking at as of right now. But guys, there's a lot going on. Any post right now or any mention or any slip of the tongue on the news can whack these markets out quickly, right? But usually it's not going to last. The markets are going to do what they're going to do. You know, little movements within the days, even a couple days, sometimes really don't matter with the real macro direction. So just be aware of that stuff. All right. Well, guys, what time is it? We'll stick around for the 10 o'clock reversal. So nobody heard anything about the BitBoy saga, huh? What it really was. I think it was something to do with a judge, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's go down to the really small time frame within this and just see if there's anything going on. I know there's people that trade the 1 and 3 minute charts. I think that's insane, but hey, if they can make money doing it, have at it. We're going back to the 15 on this. Definitely curious to see a breakout. Oh, and the gold, just for those of you that seen that, don't understand what I have going on here. I think this is like, just like Bitcoin, a big 5-wave structure. If it hasn't ended here, like I said, we could go up here. But what follows that 5-wave? I mean, and this is a macro guide. This is years, right? macro bull trend. And it definitely looks like a 5-wave structure, Elliott wave structure. And what happens after that? A correction. And we can put this up now a little bit higher. Obviously it went higher, right? So let's go to where it's at now. Obviously it can go up higher, but all these targets are still right in line, right? Let me go to the daily, get a better look at that. But yeah, it could be seeing an ABC, right? Something like this. We've talked about this many a times. Why is this looking so wonky? Let me go into the 3-day. What? I don't remember what I put this. We in law? But yeah, could be seeing something like this, a huge correction, right? That would be a wave 2 down. Just something I want people to be cautious about, because guys, gold falls when the markets fall, right? Right along with the markets. Sometimes after, like here, you know, it waited till the markets recovered a little bit and came down, but nevertheless, gold, silver, everything else comes down right along with the market. 10-year yields getting a pump, breaking back above the old support. So breaking above what is now should be resistance. We'll see where this closes, though. Obviously, it hasn't closed yet. DXY still getting a little rally here. Wonky times in the markets, guys. Savvy, can you please explain the volatility index and how to use it in TA? I don't usually use the volatility index. I can go over that, but and not today, obviously. But I can go over that, especially if you're in the members group and ask. That's where I do more in detail things. We've talked about this sort of thing. But yeah, I'm not real big on the volatility index. So the less indicators you can use and the less things you have to look at, and the longer you're in the markets, the less you will have to look at, and you'll narrow it down to certain things that work for you, right? Other people, you know, some people, if you're watching someone and then they got a million freaking things going on in their charts and a million indicators, they either aren't trading, haven't traded long, or they're just bullshitters, because the longer you're into it, the less you use, right? The easier it gets. So I keep mine to my EMAs. I use trend lines, support and resistance, the basics, right? Keep it to the basics. And the RSI I like because it's the only really true indicator. It's not lagging. It follows the body of the candle. So a lot of people don't understand that. It follows the body. So you have to wait for a close on whatever time frame you're on for it to be where it's going to be, basically, right? Just remember, it always follows the body of the candle. So if you're trying to play a divergence play, make sure the candle's closed. And usually the candle afterwards, like at a peak, you want to make sure the candle after closes too, because it could look like it peaked here, but the next candle can still go up and pull it back up. So you want to wait for confirmation on that stuff. NASDAQ can close the gap first. NASDAQ. Which gap are you talking about here? You talking about the gap below us or this gap up here? Actually, that looks like it closed with a wick up here. It did. This one closed. There's really no gaps above us on the daily. Yeah, the only gap is down below. And that would take you all the way back down to 17.8. You're going to close that gap. Still banging around in here. Yeah, below us. Yeah, there's probably, I haven't looked at it, but there's probably some way below us, isn't there? Oh yeah, there's a big NASDAQ gap at 13.9. There's another one down here at 10.7. Yeah, there's a lot of gaps. So pull this up. I thought I pulled up a chart earlier. I don't have it up here. It was the Bitcoin gaps, and I was going to show you guys. I'll show you tomorrow. Make sure you watch tomorrow, and I'll remember to pull up that chart with the gaps on the CME gaps on Bitcoin, showing you there's plenty of gaps below that people don't talk about. The bulls always want to talk about the gaps above us, right? But they never want to talk about the gaps below us. When there's a gap above us, they say we have to fill the gap. Well, if they have to fill those gaps, we have to fill the gaps below us. So there's some really low gaps. Watch tomorrow and I'll show you where they're at. All right, let's go back into that 15-minute chart. Are we going to see this break and kind of watch what happens? So you'll know if it actually breaks, and let's make sure we get all these right at in a little bit. So if this actually breaks, you'll know because it'll move quickly. And you can confirm it as a trend line break. We'll see what happens. What's how the market's looking? Dow is still up, S&P down, Nasdaq down. Mixed markets. Oh, here we go. It looks like it's going to break. But it could make some bearish divergence here. We'll see. We got to wait till the candle closes on the RSI, remember? Oh, looks like a break, and it's trying to get a bounce off the 200. Might go quick here. But yeah, simple breakout trades. That's a good way to start trading if you could actually find the formations, right? So this one here, if you were playing the break, you'd want to put your stops above after the candle close. Certain people will wait for it to come down and come back up for a retest to try to be safe and make sure it rejects. Like I said, no true traders trade exactly alike. But again, remember, I said this could actually come down a little bit lower and bounce, and we make just a different touch here. So this, I use alternate touches. We have a touch at the top, touch at the bottom, touch at the top. This second touch is not guaranteed done there, right? We could go lower. It could go down here. It could break. It could go down to this low, right? And bounce with it. And then we could make just a descending triangle. Yeah, this one, you know, a lot of people are looking at it as a bull flag, right? So we made our top target if we break the top trend line. Now, if you wanted to be super bullish, you would go from the break of the trend here, bring it up to the top of that triangle. If you want to say that was a bull flag, then you would call for a possibility of 92, 93,000. We'll see. Well, let's see what happens now. We're breaking right now to the downside, it looks like. But again, it could get a bounce. But you see how it's kind of moving quickly now? Pretty much for me, that confirms that was a decent trend line. NASDAQ and BTC will close the gap. Oh, I truly believe they'll close the gaps also. Like I said, watch tomorrow and I'll show you the gaps. On Bitcoin, or the CMEs, they trade on 8 hours, right? Bitcoin's a little different. On the markets, you can watch the daily. Bitcoin, you should watch the 8-hour for gaps because of the 24-hour trading, right? Watch the 8-hour. You're looking for gaps in Bitcoin. Looking like it wants to break down here, guys. Will we hit that 85.7 here, or will we get stopped? We're going to do this. We're going to put a trend line right here. Oh, not this trend line, damn it. Put a horizontal line. I'm going to put it right here at this low, right? And we're going to make that dotted. We'll make it a dash. No, let's make it dotted. Nope, let's make it dash. And we'll make it let's make it, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's make it orange. So this is a spot to watch for a bounce also, which would be 86.3, then you got 85.7. Definitely looks like it's breaking down. There's a liquidity cluster at 82.5. Talking about right in here. Right here. Cluster. Well, the thing is, if it breaks that 87.5, that's a bigger trend line too, right? So that's going to be a bigger move to the downside. Something to be cautious, watch for. If that 85.7 breaks, ooh, look at that. This matches up almost perfectly with this high volume node at that 84.3, which is the measured move of this triangle down. Then maybe there, look for a bounce back up to retest this trend line. But if we take a measured move on that, you guys know my bigger chart. It hasn't changed, but let's just take a look at this and see what this would possibly go like that. Over here. What would this measured move be? Breakdown of there would be back to about that 78.5 range, which you can see another cluster here and there. These are going to be your areas to watch, depending on where that breaks, right? We're going to put another. This is the 15-minute chart, guys. The 15-minute chart. Just so you guys know. And so if you guys are looking for a clowning, crazy guy bouncing around and talking about trades, this ain't the channel for you. We like to keep it real, keep it serious, and that's for you. Make sure you subscribe, tick that notification bell, and smash the like button. All in charts, savvy. It's all in the charts. It is all in the charts. But as you can see, so we put this at the beginning of the video. I talked about the breakdown here. Now these are the areas you watch for a bounce. The 86.3, 85.7, right? But it's definitely, I would say that is an obvious break. I told you guys when this broke that it would be popping down like this. Confirming a break, right? And now it's erasing the bullish divergence that we were talking about as a possibility. Now we watch for here, right? Again, this is a 15-minute chart. You watch it on a bigger time frame. But this could just bounce right at this trend line. And like I said, then you would have more of a descending triangle, descending channel-ish thing. So you could also go like this, take your channel, put it down, and that would line up with maybe getting a bounce way over here, and then you would be making a channel, right? So if you shorted this, you could put your stops in profit now, right? Put in a tiny bit of profit. That way, if you get stopped out, it covers your fees and everything else, and you get a little bit of profit. But again, that's why I don't day trade. It's just too time consuming. You would have to sit here and do this all day. That's not my thing. I like the 4-hour chart and the daily chart. Play the bigger moves and kick back, relax. So where's ours right now? We've been short 4 Bitcoin. At one point we were down 1,000 during this video. We're up 2,800 now on these trades. These trades, I've been in these trades for a few days now, what, 3 or 4 days. Yeah, been laddering in shorts. I probably will ladder more in probably if we go and break this high. But as of right now, guys, things are looking good. Make sure you guys share the videos, guys. You see what I'm trying to show you here, and I guess you could say teach you guys, but I'm basically just showing you how markets move, why they move, simple ways to kind of know what's next. Yeah, I just want to kind of inform people that, especially the people that just watch the news and they get FOMO because somebody said something, so they got to go put all their money in, and then it drops and they lose it. And then you got other YouTubers out there pushing the same narrative. be careful, guys. It is 10 o'clock. Let's see if the markets are going to reverse from here. Let's put it on the 1 minute chart because I don't know where that was at. 1 minute Dow. This was at 9:45. So are we going to get a reversal? It obviously was moving up during that time. Has it reversed? 1 minute chart on the Dow, guys. 1 minute chart. Let's look at S&P. He got rejected at that 55 EMA so far. And 200 EMA rejected. NASDAQ. Dow Jones still looks like it's continuing down. Bitcoin broke down from our triangle, right? Now, what we talked about is look for a retest and confirmation. Possibly. It don't have to go down there, but if we do get a retest and a bounce back, it'd be a good time to either get in a short if you haven't, or, you know, whichever. But like I said, my targets here are this low, which is 86.3, 85.7. If that 85.7 breaks, remember, that's a bigger break that you're looking for, much lower lows, below 80 again, right? And if we go over to my 4-hour chart that we've been watching forever, here's your bounce and targets, right? When you short, what's your leverage? Maurice asked. Every trade's different, man. People always ask that. So it depends what time frame you're trading in, how big of a move it's going to be. You know, it all depends. I do some super high leverage sometimes, and I do super low leverage. It all depends on, you know, how big the trade is, all kinds of stuff. There's so many things that go into that. Not every trade's the same. It's hard to answer that because not every trade's the same. I might do 2x, I might do 50x. And for anybody new, I definitely, you should not be using more than, you know, 2 or 3x, and make sure you're willing to lose what the loss is if you lose. And remember, never reverse your stop losses. Never go into more negative. If you're moving the stop losses, make sure it's more positive. Do you know anything about ApeCoin, and what do you think about them? I'm not big on altcoins. Trade them all you want. Not big on buying and holding any of that stuff. But that's, you know, that's my opinion. Don't have to be yours. I really, like, right now, don't want to buy and hold anything in any markets, because I think what's coming is going to be ugly. And even if I'm wrong, that's the beauty of trading the markets. There's always money to be made trading. Don't matter where the market's going. It does not matter. 77 people and 78 likes. That means obviously some people left. Go back over to the Bitcoin 15 minute, see what's happening there. Is it going to retest the bottom of that, or did we just make a new bottom there? Getting something like this, which is possible. We talked about that, right? So maybe this is the alternate touch here. Maybe it comes back up for a breakout to the top. Either way, watching these trend lines are key, guys. But as of right now, I am still just kind of waiting for a retest to here. If it gets back up inside there, then we can redraw the trend line down here, right? Look at it in that way. But the target to the top, they still say the same. So for those of you that know, I had started to try to quit smoking. This is way off topic, but years ago, and I switched to vape. What was it, about 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half? I don't know, somewhere in that. Switched to vape, and I tell you, I think it was harder. And I've quit smoking before, way in the past, right? When I quit drinking and doing drugs, 13 years ago. So, anyways, so I quit smoking. That was basically my last vice. Now this is really my last vice. Well, kind of. I got another way. But anyway. So, coffee. I am addicted to coffee, but quitting vaping, I think, is 1,000 times harder than smoking. Reason being is because I think you do it a lot more. You do it in the house because it don't make your house stink. You do it all over, everywhere, right? I find myself sneaking it in the airplane, even, you know, hitting it on the airplane, blowing it into my shirt, just things like that, just crazy, right? But that was way harder. But it's been about 3 months now. I've been quit, and yeah, it's nice to be out of it. Big gulp coffee. Still here, Baron the Boss Lady. Appreciate it, brother. Learned a lot here in the last 3 years. Thanks, Savvy. Right on. Vape consumes a lot of volume. Vape is insane. Stupid. Glad to be done with it, because that shit, it does. It smells good, but it is not good for you. That shit sits in your lungs. Like, you could cough it up and taste it. I mean, that, not to be gross, but I don't know. That, I think it might be worse than real smoke. I have no idea, but no matter what, I'm glad to be done with it. That's for sure. It was crazy. Yeah, and I would just sit there and hit that thing constant. Thanks, Marie. I don't know if any of you guys in here vape, but if you do, man, just be careful with that crap too, because it's got a lot of. So, in my old work, one of the chemicals that we would buy in bulk to make some stuff is the same thing they put in vape, and we used to buy it. It would say, what would it say? Food grade, right? Meaning it was safe, because if it spilled out somewhere, it was food grade. But on the same note, it says do not breathe, blah blah blah, and it's only safe with like a minute. So we'd order, 250 gallons of it, and the food grade part of it, basically, you can put it on your tongue and it won't kill you, but if you drank a glass, you would die. So that's the same stuff they put in vape. So just, I don't know. If you're not looking to quit vaping, I'm sorry I told you that. And if you are, maybe it'll help you quit. Florida attorney said weed only. That sounds funny coming from attorney. Donna said, I think it's worse than cigarettes. So do I. Honestly, do. Don't smoke cigarettes either. Donna doesn't do none of that, but I'm definitely tempted to take some puff from the hubby's vape just because it smells good. I mean, they do smell good, and at first they might taste good, but after a while, they really don't even taste good. Like, really good. Like, a piece of candy is really good. It always tastes good. Vape, not so much. It's good compared to cigarettes, right? But not. Baron the Boss Lady, I quit in 2017 after 22 years. Yeah, I think I started when I was like 13. So a long freaking time. Vape for 4 years, just quit last summer. Congratulations, Senator Biscuit. Look, we got lawyers in here. We got senators. This point feels so much better. Yeah, it does, man. I definitely feel like I breathe a lot better. I don't have the annoying cough as often. I still get a little cough here and there, but I don't have that annoying constant cough, and that's awesome. Especially if he gets the mint flavor. I agree. Way harder to quit than cigarettes. Yeah, it is, man. Like I said, just because it doesn't stink, you can do it all day in your house. I mean, I imagine some people's probably still smoke cigarettes in their house, but I didn't, and it just made it easier because you could vape literally everywhere, literally all the time. Insane. Even you know, driving, I didn't like cigarette smoke in my vehicles, but vape, don't mind. Although that crap leaves a lot of oil and shit on your windows. Those of you that vape probably know. And at night, you can't see shit because all the oil's glare and everything. So you got to clean the shit out of your windows all the time if you are smoking in your vehicle. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now, but I am. I agree, way harder to quit than cigarettes. Ice water bong hits are the kingdom, the power, the glory forever. I have a feeling maybe you're not an attorney, Florida. Are you an actual attorney? Curious. Can't quit nicotine gum. Been chewing it for years. Road dog. Yeah, I actually know a guy that I haven't talked to him in years, but he had quit smoking. This was years ago, but he had been chewing the gum for another like 7 years or something. At that time, he may still be chewing it. Nicotine, man, it's still nicotine. But there's some studies that nicotine is not so bad for you. I don't know, man. The only thing that keeps me from eating pot gummies for arthritis pain is my class BCDL. I hear ya. I've done gummies. I do gummies here and there, especially on vacation, man. Jump on the boat, you know. We go to the beach or whatever, pop a gummy and chill for a few hours. I don't do crazy amounts, like 5s, what I like, just enough to relax, you know. Oh, hookah. What are those patches people stuck on? Patches? Never seen people suck on a patch. There's patches you can put on the arm if that's what you're talking about. Bear, you got your CDL back? I thought you didn't have your CDL. I thought you got rid of it. I quit renewing mine. I'm over it. Well, it looks like that would have been a pretty good play if you played that. Nicotine patches, yeah. Stick on, not suck on, right? Dude, it's interesting to know about your history with this stuff. Almost like dip. Interesting. Hey, yo. What's up, captive? Tucker Carlson loved nicotine. Us mostly or gum. Weird that smoking is deadly, but patches and gum get a green light. Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of chemicals in smoke, just like there's a lot of chemicals in vape, right? But you said Tucker Carlson loves nicotine. Is that real? Like, does he really love nicotine? Does he? What kind of nicotine does he do? Super curious about that. So the attorney, you're really an attorney, no shit. Right. Well, if I'm ever in Florida and anything happens, I'll be messaging you. Cocaine and Colombian women does it for me. Good luck with that. I've been to that down that cocaine road years ago, man. Like I said, I've been sober about 13 years now. Off topic, great, love it. You're real one savvy. That's all I get on here for is to be real, right? Nothing to hide. I'm totally not trying to be a professional type YouTuber that comes on and strict about the news and the blah 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 blah. Try to get people to buy shit. That's not me. Your stream is a great counterbalance to the flag chasing gurus streaming at this time. I like that. Get more education out there. Right on. Thanks, Nate. Much appreciated. Tucker Carlson. Tucker constantly praises nicotine. He doesn't smoke it. Okay. Just curious. I've seen studies saying it's good for your brain and other shit. I guess it's the form you take it in, right? What other work do you do besides trading, Savvy? Well, that's funny you ask. I do a lot of work around my house. But so for a while there, I was ordering containers of equipment from China. I still have a little bit left, but since these tariffs came, I haven't really messed with it because I don't want my container on its way here and hits, and all of a sudden a massive uptick in tariffs hit it, right? So maybe when all this mellows out and see what happens, I'll get back into that stuff. But other than that, my wife has a business, but that was another business I started. And my wife has a business now. She actually has had it for probably 5 years or so. But we had a location where she kept all her equipment for her business, and now we knocked out some walls and made a store at that location. So now she actually has a little storefront. That's her gig. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do, and I freaking try to maintain all my toys. That's a full-time freaking job. Literally, it's pretty annoying, especially in the spring. Got a million oil changes to do. Yeah, just upkeep on the crap. It gets overwhelming. Not to mention the upkeep on the property. I have quite a bit of woods here, and I have trails through them. I try to keep my trails clean, and I've had to dig my own ditches to get to make the water move where I want it to move, and just stupid shit. I try to keep myself busy. Yes, Donna, it is. That is her business. I think there might still be a link down below to her online part. She's not as big on the online stuff anymore. I mean, she still does it, don't get me wrong, but she really likes her little store, and yeah. Good morning update. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff to keep me busy, right? Otherwise, I get very boring. Now in the winter, I can get pretty damn lazy, man. I've been pretty bad this winter. I need to get out more in the winter. When you don't have a 9 to 5, you don't have to get out and go do anything. It's hard to, especially in the winter. And I myself got pretty damn lazy this winter. Became a hermit house. That's not good for you. That's another reason I've decided to get back into the YouTube thing again. Like I said, I got burnt out for a while, but it gives me something to do. That's why I'm doing my morning 9:15 every morning, Monday through Friday. I'll be here, and like I said, the members videos will be going over more trading stuff and whatever you guys want to do as members in the member chat. A couple days a week. I haven't gave an exact days I'm going to be doing that yet. I'm thinking maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll see how that works. I think that's probably going to work about best because Fridays I don't really want to do anything in the evening unless there's like an emergency video or something. I produce crypto music in several genres and on most streaming platforms. Really, crypto dog. Email me some of your stuff, or if you're in the Discord, DM me. I would like to hear it. Maybe I can help promote it for you. So you're saying you don't have to work anymore, basically? Yeah, I haven't quite a while. I actually quit my full-time career back in 2020. You still get invited to other channels to share your thoughts? I mean, I've had some people ask, but I really have no interest in that anymore, honestly. It just gets a bunch of, how do you say it? It gets a bunch of eyes that I don't want. So yeah. because then they get mad at me because when I talk about the fake traders and all that shit, I'm talking about them. They don't. So I just assume do my own thing, stay in my lane, and not associate with any of those people. That's my deal. Still watching this. Are we gonna hit the? Let me put that target there too, just so you guys. But hopefully, you guys seen this from start to finish and how it happened and what we were looking for and what is happening now. Nate said best approach to the game. Right on. Looking good. Just curious, is anybody trading this exact little trade here or no? Just out of curiosity. Oh, let's look at our trade. How is it doing? Oh, 3,600 profit. We started the stream at, what was it, like negative $36. It got down to negative 1,000. This is how fast stuff can move. And that's why emotions will slaughter you in trading. Like if I was emotional and it was down $36 and then down 1,000, I would have closed it and lost $1,000, but now it's up, right? So that's why I like swing trading too. I'm not in no hurry to get in and out of trades. I'm not trying to catch every little freaking move and going insane. That's heart attack material, if you ask me. Just say, Alexa, play music by Road Dogg Crypto. Easiest way on Spotify, iTunes, and I don't have Alexa. I have Google, so maybe it'll do that. I don't even have the Google crap hooked up at my house anymore, though. But we'll see. I will check it out, though. Raw Dog Crypto. I'm going to write that shit down. I promise you I will be checking it out. How long have you been doing it? And is there actually, I mean, do you actually make money having it on the Spotify and stuff? Do you do pretty good with that or more of just a hobby? Oh, looking at the 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour. Ooh, it looks like it's about to break a trend. That trend line is lining up with the 55 EMA, so if it does break, it could get ugly. And what are the stocks doing? Dow is still up, and S&P and Nasdaq still down. Ooh-wee. Uh-oh, here we go, getting close. You put a short in, nice, melted brain. Don't get your brain melted. Coordinate shorting alts and Bitcoin, right on. Got in at 87, nice. Hey Craig, can you interpret the H bar chart? Florida, like I said, I gotta get going, and actually I need to get going like real quick. I gotta take the dogs to the vet this morning, so I can't hang out too any longer, really. I gotta go. But I appreciate you guys stopping in. Don't forget, smash your likes if you're watching this after the fact. Make sure you guys check out the links down below. There is some special offers there, one huge one. But anyways, I got to get out of here. Thanks again. And Florida attorney, be here tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow early, and we will definitely go over that. And if, well, you're not a member, but don't forget, members only. Is it today Wednesday? Shit. I got to do it Thursday, tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one tonight. I don't know. Just make sure your notification bells are ticked. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out.